Chao. Yes, so the under 15s do 2 gym sessions a week. One gym session is an individual gym session, which is based on their maturation, so where they are in terms of how they're growing, and also based on their physical profiling. So depending on what they need to work on, is they're focused in that session. And then we do one team session. The focus of that session changes, but mainly it's about developing their movement abilities, and then their strength and power. So the proper duration is however long it takes to do the job well. It tends to be between 45 minutes and an hour. At the moment, where the boys not at school, we can take a bit more time and have a bit more focus on performing the exercises well and with intent. So with the individual sessions for the players, they're based on how old they are, but really how they're maturing and what stage of maturity they are at. So we look at their current level of maturity and their predicted adult height, but we look at their peak height velocity and where they are in their growing rate. So if the boys are post their peak height growth, then we will look to improve strength as a focus. If they are during their kind of biggest period of growth, we will focus on their coordination and movement. And around that we may change based on the player's profiling and what their kind of requirement is for them to perform better on the pitch and be more athletic generally. This age group are really difficult because they're all growing at different rates, so physically they're all very different, and psychologically they're all very different. So the individual session allows us to show care and support for those players, and try and give them the movements that will help them stay on the pitch and move better and move well. So for all the sessions the players do, whether it's in the gym or on the pitch, we take their RPE. So the RPE is rate of perceived exertion. So it just gives us a bit of an idea on how the players feel the intensity or difficulty of the session was. So for example, today's gym session, I think a lot of players said it was quite high, so maybe between 5 and 7. On the pitch we get sessions at 7 or 8, and we can speak to coaches and try and get them to match up how we want the session to be. So like for example, yesterday's pitch session was an average of about a 7, and today we're looking for an easier session, so an average of about a 4. And it gets the players used to rating the intensity of a session as well. As we said, with this group, they're all at different points in their growth and maturation, so physically, mentally and emotionally. So getting that number off them, which is really easy, might just let us know if how they respond to the session. So an early maturer, someone that is already past their peak height velocity, may find things easier than a later maturer. So it allows us to try and make it more specific to the player. So the gym sessions have been pretty regular since I've been here, and in that time the players have developed really well, and I love working with them in the gym because they're so committed and dedicated. From the late maturers to the early maturers, they always put in the hard work, and hopefully we're starting to see that hard work come into fruition and show on the pitch as well. So that's important obviously for them to be able to show the coaches that the hard work in here counts on the pitch. The idea of the gym work and keeping in the gym work in throughout the year is not about the players gaining muscle and looking good. It's about the players developing their movement ability to make them more robust on the pitch and hopefully limit the opportunities for injuries.